The silence of the void is the first note of creation.
Before the stars, there was only the intent of the Spirit. Now the firmament trembles as the architecture of heaven shifts. Every stone that falls carries the weight of an ancient promise. The light does not just shine, it speaks. We find the center by letting the edges fade away. I am the guardian of the threshold between the seen and the eternal. Movement is the rhythm of the divine. Even in the depth of the unknown, there is a blueprint. Now, let the final cinema of the Absolute begin. Order emerges from the embers of the old world.
In the void, the soul finds its truest reflection.
The breath of heaven carries the echoes of forgotten songs.
Every motion is a word in the language of light.
To build the future, one must wake the ancient stones. Humility is the foundation of absolute power. Armor is not made of steel, but of conviction. I dance where the laws of man no longer apply.
The storm of creation is coming. Let there be an end to the darkness, and a beginning to the cinema of God.
The boundaries of the physical world are dissolving. In the beginning was the light, and the light was absolute.
Matter is but a dream. The Spirit has chosen to dream. The elusive symphony of a billion stars, yet to be born. Energy cannot be destroyed, only refined into divinity. The exit is through the center of the sun. Geometry is the skeleton of the universe.
I see the truth in the depths of the mirror.
Breath becomes light, and light becomes fire.
Witness the absolute mode of the Archangel. Every particle carries the memory of the first flame. The void is not empty. It is a canvas waiting for a thought. Symmetry is the whisper of the divine in the chaos. Behold the fragmentation of the Absolute.
Gravity is a choice, not a law.
The elements bend to the resonance of the Spirit. I am the bridge between the starlight and the soil.
Stillness
is the loudest sound in creation.
Speed is the illusion of time in motion.
The vision is complete.
The storm is not a chaos, but a choreography. Vibration is the bridge between the silent thought and the spoken world.
Behold the alignment of the heavens.
What is above, so is below, reflected in the waters of creation.
Every motion leaves a scar of light upon the time.
The blueprint of existence is written in light.
Weave the threads of the spirit into the fabric of the cosmos.
Darkness is merely the absence of the word.
Every end is a seed for a more glorious beginning. Now, the cinema of the eternal is cast upon the stars. Every particle carries the memory of the first flame.
The void is not empty. It is a canvas waiting for a thought.
Symmetry is the whisper of the divine in the chaos.
Behold the fragmentation of the absolute.
Gravity is a choice, not a law. The elements bend to the resonance of the spirit. I am the bridge between the starlight and the soil.
Stillness is the loudest sound in creation.
Speed is the illusion of time in motion.
The vision is complete. Every particle carries the memory of the first flame.
The void is not empty. It is a canvas waiting for a thought.
Symmetry is the whisper of the divine in the chaos.
Behold the fragmentation of the absolute.
Gravity is a choice, not a law. I am the bridge between the starlight and the soil.
Stillness is the loudest sound in creation.
Speed is the illusion of time in motion.
The vision is complete. The tapestry of the heavens is being rewoven by my hand.
In the silence of the beginning, every vibration is a sun.
I tread upon the ruins of time to reach the eternal. Truth is a fire that consumes the shadows of the soul. Behold, behold the alchemy of the Archangel.
I write the laws of the new world upon the skin of the void.
core of the cosmos is waking to my command.
Old forms must break to reveal the light within. I am the center of the storm, the eye that never blinks.
The foundation is laid. The absolute reign begins. The resonance of the heavens is now under my command. Behold the alchemy of the spirit.
I tread upon the fragments of the old to reach the new.
The weight of the world is but a thought.
Stillness is the loudest sound in the void.
I weave the elements into a crown of flame.
The exit is through the center of the spirit.
Witness the expansion of the absolute. Now, the cinema of God becomes the only reality.
The blueprint of the world is etched in silence and glass.
The heavens do not fall. They are being reborn.
Behold the absolute clarity of the divine mind. Movement is the prayer of the spirit in motion.
I write the future upon the waters of Genesis. The storm is my witness.
Within the prism, the light knows its own name.
I am the zenith of the celestial arc. Unity is the final act of the absolute mode. Now, witness the beginning of the end of the world.
The resonance of the battlefield has reached its peak. I see the geometry of every soul ever cast into the deep.
Matter is but a memory I choose to reshape. The prism of time is now focusing its glare on me. There is no gravity where the spirit is absolute.
I am the center of the beginning.
The heavens reel to the final frequency.
Every line I draw becomes a law for the stars.
You are witnessing the absolute mode of creation. The script is finished. The light remains.
The blueprint of the world is etched in silence and glass.
The heavens do not fall. They are being reborn.
Behold the absolute clarity of the divine mind. Movement is the prayer of the spirit in motion.
I write a future upon rights of future my witness.
Within the prism, the light knows its own name.
I am the zenith of the celestial arch.
Unity is the final act of the absolute mode.
Now, witness the beginning of the end of the world.
The first echo of the new world is a pulse of pure intent.
Decay is but the shedding of an old skin for the spirit.
Every angle in this glass cage defines a law of nature.
The sky is no longer a limit. It is a gateway.
Light is drawn to light, as the soul is drawn to the source.
To create, one must first master the art of the break. Weave the flame into the fabric of your own divinity. Symmetry is the silence of the absolute mind.
Silence is the first frequency of the absolute. I weave the breath of stars into a garment of power.
Time is a crumbling monument under the gaze of the eternal.
The mirror of Genesis reveals the God within the mode.
My voice is the thunder that shapes the new firmament.
Within the prism, the light learns the geometry of its fate.
Behold the archangel at the peak of his absolute ascent. Darkness is merely the shadow of a light that has not yet spoken.
Now, the cinema of the eternal is the only truth that remains.
Every step is a new word written in the language of the beginning.
The sky is but a thin veil over the absolute. I am a ghost in the machine of Genesis. To build the eternal, one must first break the temporal. This is the architecture of the first thought.
The storm is my witness and my choir.
Symmetry is the silence of a god in repose.
Weave the fire into the fabric of the new world. Now, the cinema of the eternal is the only truth.
The silence of the beginning is a canvas for my will.
The sky is but a thin veil over the absolute power.
I am the ghost in the machine of Genesis.
To build the eternal, one must first break the temporal form.
This is the architecture of the first divine thought.
The storm is my witness and my eternal choir.
Symmetry is the silence of a god in absolute repose.
Weave the fire into the fabric of the new celestial world. Now, the cinema of the eternal is the only truth remaining.
The void is no longer empty. It is a map of my making.
I weave the breath of the cosmos into a garment of the absolute.
Light is the only architect that does not fail. The earth yields to the frequency of the spirit.
Matter is but a slower form of light.
Behold the Archangel in his final cinema. Time is a mirror that has finally been shattered. Every ending is the seed of a more glorious mode.
I am the center of the beginning and the end.
Witness the absolute.
The first breath of the Absolute is a roar in the silence.
I align the stars to the frequency of the eternal.
Behold the fragmentation of the old Genesis. I am the bridge between the spark and the sun. Matter is but a dream. I have chosen to refine. The architecture of heaven yields to my command. In the prism of time, I am the only constant.
Weave the flame into the skin of the new world.
The core of the Archangel is now absolute.
Now, witness the beginning of the eternal cinema.
The first foundation of the Absolute is laid in the heart of the silence. I breathe the dust of stars to give birth to a new light. Geometry is the silent prayer that binds the spirit to the world. Behold the motion of the prime mover.
I am the channel for the fire.
I dance where the laws of man have turned to dust. Every thought is a spark in the furnace of Genesis. I weave the dawn from the threads of the spirit. Witness the absolute clarity of the divine gaze.
Now, the final cinema of the absolute is complete.
The silence of the beginning has been mastered. I weave the final threads of the celestial blueprint. Symmetry is the ultimate expression of my will. The ruins of the old world are the seeds of the new. I see the reflection of the Absolute in the waters of Genesis. The storm is my witness, and my eternal choir
Unity is the final stage of the Archangel's ascent.
Behold the alchemy of the eternal light. Now, there is only the absolute.